So going back to the original reason of why we're reflecting on the 2020 bubble and Daryl Morey making those statements, now we're going to look underneath his hood. As almost in a reverse Uno card, the spotlight is now on him and what's going on with the 76ers, and looking at his quick historical rise as being known as one of the better GMs in the NBA. But that really has been proven to be media narrative due to the fact that he's so analytically driven. Don't get me wrong, Daryl Morey is a great deal maker. He did prove with the James Harden move to the Rockets, originally from OKC, that he did have a good eye for potential star talent. And he's a great deal maker when it comes to the trades. That guy was pulling rabbits out of his ass. I don't know how the hell he was pulling these moves. But at the end of the day, with all the talent that he's seen come through the door, he has not even one finals appearance. And as of right now, things are not looking too good in Philly.
Again, I think Daryl Morey has done good things. I think there's areas in which he has struggled, just like any coach, just like any player. For a player, like Perk says, for your organization to be in the state that you are in, for you to have never won a championship as an executive, but one of the most well-known executives and has had all NBAs and MVPs, to never have won a championship, I'm okay with you talking about the mental state that people were in the bubble, but I just find it difficult for you to downplay someone else's championship where you have yet to go through that path.
Now, after yet another lackluster season for the 76ers where they dealt with injuries as well as guys not necessarily being up to par, especially Paul George for the 40 games he was on the floor. Keep in mind the 76ers do have a narrow window to capitalize on Joel Embiid's opportunity to compete for a championship. He came into the league with durability issues, and as he ages, he's getting into his early 30s. His situation was really never meant to last long. He's already been through a whole saga in Philly before leading up to this point, dealing with the whole Ben Simmons fiasco, getting rid of Jimmy Butler and keeping Tobias Harris during that offseason after losing to Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors. That was a move that Jimmy Butler let it be known that he had issues with the way Ben Simmons was carrying himself, and the 76ers let him walk because of that clash. Also before then, the Markelle Fultz situation, them getting rid of the Jason Tatum pick, getting Fultz, and that being dragged out for a season or two, which led to nothing. Also the James Harden beef with Daryl Morey after he almost came to the team as a get-out-of-jail-free card from the whole Ben Simmons saga. But yet again, the 76ers got another get-out-of-jail-free card with their draft pick Tyrese Maxey, who come up real quick as a 21st pick and proved to be a nice co-star next to Joel Embiid for that 1-2 punch with the pick and roll. And of course, the final part that we're up to now with Paul George coming into the team as a free agent, but injuries even before he arrived to the team and current day is breaking his body down, so he's not lasting as long. Now that has led the 76ers to getting a top 3 pick in the lottery. Embiid's head must be spinning because trust me, mine is right now just having a recollection of all this. But within that interview that he gave this offseason, he let it be known that the 76ers rushing him back to play injured has put him in the position that he's at now. Let's check it out.
Feeding into the pressure of you got to play, got to go out there, can't let people down. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm in this position now.
With the narrow window that he has, the fact that the 76ers still owe him $193 million until the 28-29 season, the pressure is definitely on. Because since joining the 76ers in 2014, out of 880 games, he's only played about 450. So for his career so far, he has almost as equal amount of games missed as games played. And who knows, with the statement we just heard, he could be questioning the 76ers overall as far as how they're looking out for his well-being. But he also revealed that he has some trust issues with the 76ers. Remember the story of Tyrese Maxey calling him out during a team meeting? Those two guys have a really great relationship, so it's out of love. But why did the information leak out the very next day? You guys check out what he had to say.
Whoever leaked that is a real piece of shit. I know who leaked it, but I'm not going to say. The past is the past. The one thing I'll say is, it's hard being around people that do those sorts of stuff. That goes back to the trust thing. Once you cross that shit, you can't expect me to be part of a team meeting again. That's just not going to happen.
Now, I'm not a fucking detective, but I can get a magnifying glass and put it real close to the 76ers and just look through their paperwork historically. as this organization kept the information really tight about what was going on with Markelle Fultz when he had arrived and his elbow injury, or just his injury overall. Most NBA fans, even to this day, outside of 76ers fans, don't know what happened to him. Same thing for Ben Simmons. There was always a lot of chirping what was going on behind the scenes with him and Embiid, but nothing leaked out. But all of a sudden, when Daryl Morey arrives in 2020, and a few seasons later, him and James Harden have that back and forth about his contract extension, out of nowhere, information started to leak out. And of course, tying this all in most recently, the situation with Tyrese Maxey calling out Embiid. This is where shit kind of gets fishy. Let's see. We have Carmelo Anthony, James Harden, Chris Paul, Patrick Beverley. They all have one thing in common. They've all appeared on multiple media platforms calling Daryl Morey a liar. But hey, we'll see where this gets at. With these kind of optics going against Joel Embiid, his days in Philly could be numbered. You guys definitely hit up the link in the description below. We got more NBA stories like this. Also different kinds of playlists on game film, mixed in with a little bit of storytelling and certain nuances. Until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.